So the question was, for the first part of the quiz, what's virgin learning? Okay, that wasn't the question. All right, the real question, well, what virgin learning is, because it's so cool, is a dyslexic solution for global education built and funded by dyslexics of the world to help fix the global education crisis. Virgin learning. Richard, you can call me. You know, we can talk about the domain. It's for sale for $100 million that we'll use to fund the prize. And then you can get 100% of the technology that the prize funds, and we'll use it for virgin learning, for Education 3.0 technology. Kind of simple. Domain for 100 million. 100 million funds the prize. Prize develops IP. IP brings about Education 3.0. Education 3.0 educates the world and fixes education everywhere. All right, it's beautiful. All right, so moving on. So what is the one thing holding up e-singularity? Anyone know? Come on, if you've been watching my tapes, you should know. Okay, it's a paradigm. It's a silly paradigm. Okay, so the one thing holding e-singularity from becoming reality is a silly, pervasive paradigm that thinks technology can't teach. That's basically it. It says, I'm sorry, I need a teacher. Like what you're listening right now isn't teaching me. Somehow, this doesn't count. This video, what you're learning about e-singularity is not going to register in my brain. It's not, because you're not a real teacher, because you're on this monitor thing. You've got to really be on a stage in front of me. Like all these books on tape, forget it. You're not going to learn shit from books on tape, all right? Or all these like online seminar classes and forget it. You're not going to learn anything from those stuff. Well, the reality is, for the last 5 years, I was a teacher in Japan, and I tested various technologies. iPhone technologies. I used the iPhone in education for quite a few years. Right when the iPhone came out, I got one in Japan and used it. And Smart FM, which was used teaching English. And to my satisfaction, answer the question, it can teach, and it can do a better job than the teachers. Right? Teachers. All right, boom. I need to change this, and with a little added software that makes the teacher more redundant, that makes him trying to read. I added this. I'm gonna take this out. Okay, I don't know. And with a little added software that makes the teacher more redundant in the process, allows teachers to focus on more critical issues, right? So, and software that, okay, allows teachers. I'm editing this as I'm doing this. So this is how a dyslexic freaking has to write, right? You know, what you can write in like just spew out, it takes me forever. Like this one document I've been working on now for like 3 hours. This little email, actually long, yeah, 3 hours now. So I got back at 9, 10, 11, 12. 3 hours on this one email, okay? So I don't want to hear it, okay? So, all right. So with a little, and am I driving you crazy yet? And with a little added software allows the teacher, and with a little added software would allow, is that right? Would allow the teacher to focus on more critical issues and remove what I call the teacher and the student barriers, which I'll talk about some other time. I think I already talked about it in an earlier video, so find it, okay? You know, we've done the hardest part. What is the hardest part? What we've done is this. We've built a global infrastructure. We now have like G3, and we're going to have G4 rolling out. We've built, you know, the smart capable hardware, right? And we're putting tremendous amounts of open education resources on the web, right? We're putting tons out there, actually on the cloud. You know, I'm just the messenger. And all I can do is share what I know, research, and believe to be true in my heart and mind. However, without the right backing, World Bank, Hint, I'm only going to be able to move my vision forward small steps at a time. And to many, probably you listening, you're probably one of them, I am merely a Don Quixote barking at windmills. Oh, this, I know I've got a lot of followers out there who thinks, hey, you're just a Don Quixote barking at, windmills. With a few hundred followers. I do have some followers. So, but Gandhi and Mandela are my guides. And all started off with just a few hundred followers, right? And are my inspiration. And as long as I breathe, I will try to awaken people to the possibility that they are blind to. They're currently blind to. What they choose to do with that knowledge is completely up to them. I would hope one might say, Mike, come join my team and head up this program. Or, I have Richard's number in my phone. I'll call him. I'll call him up and arrange a meeting for you both in London to talk about the possibility of virginlearning.com. Anyway, I'm tired. As you can tell, I'm like, look at my eyes. I appreciate the interest. It signals the paradigm curtains are coming down. It's a great sign. It really does. So, obviously, I'm going to let this sit. That's another thing. As if you're dyslexic, if this is like an important email, sleep on it. I'm not going to send this out. In my older days, I would have, and I would have been embarrassed. So, I may even send it to someone, say, hey, can you edit this? But I do have my own writing style, which is kind of like, hey, man, what's going on? I treat everyone as I want to be treated. Like, hey, Mike. Hey, Dimer. I just don't get hung up on titles and loftiness. Come off your big cloud. We all poop. It stinks. It really does. Mine does. God. Someone today, I think it was one of the new girls, did a poop. Oh my God. The toilet's right down here. It about killed me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. This is me late again. This is life as an entrepreneur, right? You do your work all day. You work out. You come back. And now you're writing this email that, who knows? Dimer may turn around and say, you know what, Mike? We got an opening. You can head up the new, you can be a project manager for this, and I'll pay you $5,000 a month. I would do eSingularity for $5,000 a month. I would, go there 9 months, raise the money, get it going, right? Because if I had this business card, and it had director of the eSingularity project or something, right? Or something. And it had that little World Bank globe on it that so many people hate, that maybe I could turn around and say, you know what? Yeah, we fucked the world so many different ways in so many different positions, but you know what? We did give the world free education. What would that be worth to the World Bank? To know that they're the ones that brought eSingularity. Now, wouldn't that be something? Maybe I go to the IMF. No.